Let's continue. I just wanted you to see a render of the current status of the model. You can see that we have some nice detail going on at the back now. I'm going to add a clamp in here, and then I think at the end of this video there's some little items that I'm just going to pop in here when the video is off so that we can move on to the next section, which will be, we're going to make a cow catcher, I believe it's called, goes at the front. But in the meantime, let's get started. We're going to make a clamp that goes from this swing arm to the chassis. So I'm going to close the render, and let's go to that. P perspective, I'm zooming in a little bit. Okay, and let's take that section there that we just created and pull it out just a little bit. Oop. Make sure you're on the right axis, just like that. Okay, and we'll grab this. Let's grab the blueprint, unhide all. Grab the blueprint as well with Control, hide unselected. Let's go to left viewport. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can kind of see what's going on. And Alt and X, and let's do this one Alt and X as well. All right, so here it is. It's a piece that mounts here, goes up at an angle, and then comes back toward the back and mounts to the back, the pink or orange section of chassis. So we're going to do something we've done before. We're going to go to Create, Geometry. We'll do Box, Auto Grid, and remember Auto Grid's going to pick up the surface normal direction of the mesh that we kind of draw on, which will be this one. So let's do this. Let's start down here, click, and drag it up, just like that. Give a little thickness, just a little bit, and that's a good start. So we can convert this to an editable poly by right-clicking on it in a stack, editable poly from the selection list. And now we'll just, let's grab a polygon and extrude it upward. So we're going to do an extrusion. That's a good value right there. And then we're going to grab these verts, and we're going to go locally. Well, maybe parent. Let's try parent. There we go. That's better. I'm just going to shift them back a little, just like that. Okay, and now we'll grab a face right here. F2 if you want to see a little better. You can see the face. Let's extrude that. And we're just going to do an extrusion, just like that. And I'm going to manually manipulate it a little bit, just so it kind of matches up to my expectations. And go to top viewport, just like that. Okay. And there we have it. And now we'll do another extrusion. We're going to just extrude. Let's do local normal. And we're going to need to adjust it. So we're just going to grab that manipulator and pull it forward. And we might need to rotate it. So I'm going to go top viewport, zoom in, F3. And you can see it's not perfectly straight. So I'm just going to rotate that just like that and give a little nudge to it maybe. I'm going to do it on the view. There we go. And there we go. Okay, and you can see there's a little gap as well, so we'll just grab these verts. Let's just push them in a little bit, just like that. Let's go to perspective, and let's grab let's grab this other section and Alt and X to give it some color instead of transparency. Same with the swing arm there. Okay, and that is kind of what we should have. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little more detail. Let's add edit poly above everything right here, just like that. Let's grab edge. And let's grab the top and bottom edges, just like that. And we'll do a chamfer on them. I'm going to chamfer them. I'm going to raise that value like to there. And I'm going to do a second one, and I'm going to reduce the value, so it's sort of rounding off the end, just like that, and say OK. And you can see that kind of makes a rounded off piece. You can go into more detail by chamfering those edges again and again if you like, but I think that's good for right now. So what you're going to do is add some bolts to this, mounting it to both surfaces. And then, as I said, there are a couple pieces in here. I'm going to add them in the downtime. And in the next video, I think we're going to come up front here, and there's a cow catcher, which is like a little air dam that kind of protects the front of the train. So I'm going to pause the video, and in the next video, we'll build that cow catcher.